by volume and by amount.
No, we didn't have that one now, but maybe because you have technical officers, they can be able to respond to that one.
Do you know
any technical officer who can?
Acting MD, do you know how much water you're losing?
How much water
you're losing in volume and also in terms of projected revenue for that? Just because of the pipes. What we call physical losses.
Okay, thank you, Chair. For the physical losses, out of the 50%, the physical losses are around 25%, not 25%, 20, and then 30 commercial losses, because the commercial losses contribute more to non-revenue water. And when we talk of the commercial losses, we are talking about issues revolving around metering. And from the responses, you can see that we have over 9,000 meters which are stalled, but we have received the 6,000, and the replacing exercise is going on. We have currently done 2,000 in Kilifi town. So as we speak, the exercise is going on. So we have looked at the strategies that we are putting in place, and we have seen that in the next financial year, we are looking at reducing by the 10%.
So I'll just feedback on this one, Governor, because I don't want to converse on it too much. This needs to be comprehensive for us, because this is the engine of this water company. From where I sit, I would want to see a comprehensive, very comprehensive, presentation, data-driven presentation on what actually is leading to your commercial losses and what is leading to your physical losses. And even just map it out for us to be able to see it, because billing issues are never only limited to the issues of metering. Billing issues can also be an issue of collection, which means that from what the MD said, 30% through billing, I cannot see collection here, because maybe out of that 30%, I'm just assuming because there's no data here, the metering could only be maybe 10% of that. But then there's collection that is maybe done and doesn't get to the accounts, or maybe collection is not done at all because they are friends of the service provider who can get water for free. So we need to be comprehensive on this answer of water efficiency, water supply efficiency, by demarcating what is it that is causing the billing problem, be comprehensive about it, and then what is it that is causing the collection problem, what is it that is compromising the entire commercial problems, and then go physical. Because I don't think that it's only the pipe that's a problem. The other time you were here, we saw issues around county planning also affecting some of the pipes that were there. Breakages were happening because of the planning in the county. So it's not mapped out clearly. It's a little bit easy for me to qualify this query. So that's one. And then I'm going to finish by saying, Chair, if you go to query number 2, there was a query number 2 here. I don't know whether we can converse around it. It talks about inaccurate trade and other receivable balances. So when an issue of material uncertainty arises, especially in the working capital, Governor, I would also have hoped that your response here would have also told us a little bit about your receivables. Maybe a list of people you need to collect money from. Because if your assets and liabilities are not balancing out, I think that there's a big way that also these receivables are contributing to it. For instance, you see that the statement of financial position reflects that trade and receivable have a balance of about 524 million. When your struggle in terms of your balances here is about 700 and something million. Let me just get it here again. Yeah, when you look at your retained earnings, it's a negative of 716 million. So I think that while you're focusing on the revenue, that's good, but I also think that we need to know a little bit about your receivables. Who are these people owing you money? that you're expecting money from that have been long-standing, to the extent that even in the recent past, there is an included balance of 15 million, which is almost akin to the 12 million that we talk about.
Chair, yes, I concur with you completely, the Chair, the Honourable Member. We have issues, and I think we have forwarded. Mawasco, I think, forwarded the list of people who are not paying their bills. Is it MD? So we forwarded to the Senate, Chair. I don't want to mention names here. If you go through that list, you will see some of us senior politicians who are listed there are not paying our bills.
Is it here? Where is the list?
We forwarded a long time ago. We were requested by this committee to make sure we forward in our appearance last year, to forward the list of the deaths, and we have it. You have it in your...
so I think fiscal analyst
you can look at it.
Can look at it and look for big names.
Yeah, by December, Chair, I owed the Malindi water 17,000, and some of my colleagues owe in tune of millions, but it's in that list. You can see it. Another thing, Chair, we are facing, concurring with the Honourable Member, if you see the other problem we are facing with coast water, at the moment, all the water we are also receiving, like Kimawasco, 9,040 meters, where we are only doing estimates. The problem you face with estimates is this month, you go to a client where you collected 500 and you have estimated 3,000. They say, no, the bill was, I always pay 500. Why is it 3,000? We are facing the same problem. That's why you have also that problem of non-water revenue. Because from coast water, we have in total, and the minister was with me in Kilifi, and we went through this. We have in total for meters supplying Mawasco, the bulk water meters. We have 73 meters not working. So what we pay coast water today is only estimates, and they keep on disconnecting us. You can imagine what's happening to our people. In Mawasco, 7 bulk meters. In total, we have 80 bulk water meters from Mawasco not working, always just estimating us. So even these figures we are giving, we don't know if the water which they say we really got, if we got it. We might be accounting for non-revenue water of water which never came.
Yeah.
So those are the challenges we are facing. So if you can also confront the national government through the Ministry of Water, I don't know if they appear to you or to National Assembly, to ratify this. We have talked to the minister, they said they will do it. So for the last 3 years since I came to office, they have reduced a bit. They were more than that. I think they were 130 or something. And now they have managed to repair some. And currently we are standing at 80 meters, where somebody wakes up from coast water and say, we gave you 100 million liters. But in really sense, we don't know if we got 100 liters. So all this calculation you're doing of non-water revenue, they might be real, they might be fake. That's my comment, Chair. Thank you.
Okay. So, and anyway, the solution seems to be there on the non-revenue water. So, honourable members, the last item, which auditor, maybe that you can explain it, because I don't want to read it. The issue of statutory deductions, which have not been remitted. Non-remittance of statutory deductions, that is under Kilifi Mariakani.
Yeah, thank you, Chair.
I don't want you to read it.
Yes.
Just explain the issue to us, because there are a lot of statutory deductions which have not been remitted.
Yes,
Then the governor will respond to that.
thank you, Chair. The company deducted 15,291,380 from staff salaries for statutory deductions, but they did not remit them to the respective bodies.
Huh? They deducted.
Yes,
And
the pay slip.
This cannot be normal.
So, but that's just one. We also have other statutory deduction like audit fees. We have accrued tax liabilities. We have WASREB service levy. We have retirement benefits. Those ones.
Yeah, for the audit fees, Chair, it is under trade and other payables balance. It includes the statutory deductions, which they did not, they deducted from staff payslips, but an amount of 15 million was not remitted. They also did not pay our audit fees, even after giving them our invoice. And there are also accrued tax liabilities, and also the one you mentioned, Chair, the one for unremitted WASREB service levy.
But just a clarification, I'm looking at your report, Auditor.
Yes.
You have indicated that non-remittance of staff for related deduction has been addressed. Is that the case?
They paid after, huh? Yes.
The 15 million.
Was paid in July, Chair. You can see in our answer.
Yes.
That
They
was
were paid
on.
after the closure of the financial year.
How do you account for that when you haven't audited that financial year
Maybe.
as an auditor? What do you depend on? Do you do adjustments? Do you wait for it to be catered for in the next financial year? Because this looks like your conversation with the governor. It is not official.
It will reduce their trade and other payables balance, Chair, the movement.
Yes, it will, but how is it accounted? How is it accounted for in your certificate?
Oh, sorry, Chair. This is already an issue.
Yes.
So in the next year, it will be a prior year issue if it will not have been addressed. So we will still look at it.
That's the right way to go about it. So, Chair, I think that we can be able to look at it in the next financial year. That's why I was heading with this, because otherwise it becomes just a verbal conversation between you and us and him, and the governor. So I think that, Chair, that's the right approach.
Yeah.
It becomes an issue we address in the next financial year. But that said, I don't think it's right that money is deducted and not delivered. I hope it's not happening currently with the current MD.
They are trying, Chair. Don't be shocked only about the deductions, Chair. The staff also had arrears of months of salaries, but now it's being addressed. I've told you we did changes there. That was some of the reason. Even staff last salaries were had a backlog of months. Now I think the new MD has been addressing that, and we are almost up to date now, I think, with also salaries. So can you imagine if you can pay salaries, where will you pay the deductions from? Sorry, Chair, but it was the truth. Sometimes we better say it as it is. But you are working very hard to make sure these companies work better than they were before.
But Chair, through you, you see, the issue here is not lack of payment of the deductions. Is that the deductions are done, meaning that the cash flow indicates that money was there, money was deducted, and it was not channeled to the right accounts. So that means that either it is eaten somewhere or it is rerouted to another job. That's the problem. It's not that there was no money for statutory deductions. It was there, it was deducted. Where there was a cash flow problem where it was not deducted at all, then I would understand and I would take it synonymous to the issue of salaries. But that practice must just end, because we have been fighting it for the last now 3 years. Yeah, that deductions are made and then they're not going to the right account, be it NSSF, NHIF, now you've got housing levy. Let them go to those places.
I agree with you, Chair, completely. The only problem, Chair, I'm not an accountant, but we all know it, that most of the time these deductions done in our country are on paper. The money you have is 50 million to pay salaries. but you needed 70 to do deductions. So you deduct on the paper for the staff to know that they have been deducted, but the really money you had was the salary. That's the truth. I know unless we work and be truthful and get our act together, it is happening not in counties, it's happening in national government and all over the place. It's a budgetary issue that you have a salary to pay for 70 million, but the only money is exactly the basic wage bill to the staff. So Mustafa akiona na pesa yangu imekatwa nimepata, the balance remains what you have, so you can pay. So we are working on it. Chair, if you check our reports of our county, the last 3 years, the amounts of money we had to pay to KRA. I've several times negotiated the KRA, money which was deducted 8 years ago and has never reached the KRA. But on paper, yes, KRA deductions were deducted, but they were not sent to KRA. If you ask finance, they will tell you how much we have been paying KRA so that we can cover our gaps.
So, Chair, if I may follow up with what Governor is saying, do you eventually receive these monies that was not there to be paid? And when you receive them, what do you do with them? Why don't you remit it?
When we receive, we remit. When the situations are better, always whatever is owed, the staff is paid. That's why you see there in July it was paid. So
and I think, Chair, that is where you can see even the staff taking a lot of advances until, above what they are supposed to get as advances.
It's really, Chair, to be honest, it's a sad story. I can tell you the things I can remember on my fingertips. For example, we have a group called Lengo Sacco. Lengo Sacco was the first Sacco started by Malindi municipality. Those old days, to date, those guys were owed 50 million by the counties. I've been paying them slowly now since I came to office. I think I have 25 million left. I have negotiated the LAP fund. I'm paying them slowly. They were owed over 300 and something million over the years. So it's a never, it's a roller coaster, Chair.
Yeah.
But we're handling it, and we hope in future we can have everything up to date. Because I feel very sad, and I was telling the CEO here, Finance, that can you imagine how many people have retired who contributed to Lengo Sacco, who never enjoyed that benefit, that they retired, died, their kids now have to chase what you call in courts, what do you call this thing, to be able to spend the money, succession. After the succession, they have the certificate and the money is still not there. Yeah. And I can tell you, this committee, you need to train a lot of us. That this is one thing which makes me very, very sad. And I told my team of finance, I told them, I don't care how you will budget this money, let's pay this money. Because some of them are our relatives, whether we like it or not, who will die without enjoying what they saved for 30, 40 years. It's a sad story, but it's happening, Chair.
Yeah, I think, Governor, I know you are a transformer. You will transform this organization, because clearly when an organization gets to a point where they can't pay statutory deductions, then it's a sign that things are not right. Yeah, I can see Wasireb is owed 117 million. Auditor, is that the case? Although I don't support these Wasireb levies from where I sit, but I don't support it at all, because Wasireb is a national organization. It should be funded from the national treasury, not by counties through levies. But the amount is such huge amount, 117 million.
Actually, before the auditor, probably one thing I must comment to this committee. Chair, water is devolved.
Yeah.
What surprises me most of the time is Kilifi County is a water resource. We get water from Baricho, we supply Mombasa, meaning Mombasa gets water from Kilifi. National government or coast water collects money from Mombasa water, and still you get WASREB charging us for these amounts of money. So that's why the last weeks I had told the CS water that going forward, one day I'll wake up and close the valves going to Mombasa, because the water comes from Malindi, Kilifi County. And if we cannot get the luxury of us also enjoying our own resource, what's the meaning of devolution? Yeah.
So, honorable members, unless if you have additional issues.
Customer deposits.
Customer deposits. We have run out of time.
Yeah, but we need to.
But maybe Governor can comment on that.
The ones that comment, they charge meters and then they spend for something else.
No, the deposit that customers make at the point of opening
yes.
an account.
The meter deposits.
The meter deposits.
Yes.
Which are now spent for other things.
Yes. Chair, we are just going to back where I've just been talking about.
Yes.
I think the last year when we appeared here, if I can remember very well, is that when the company gets to a challenge and they have more that they spend, then they get a refund to the account. And you even warned us last time, but unfortunately we have not reached the place where sometimes you can look the money in that account and say, just let it earn interest because we have enough. Because of all the issues we have discussed here now. But I can give again the MD for Malindi to say something about it. Because we know we are working on it, but...
this is Mariakani.
Mariakani.
But
any of them can answer, it's the same story. I'll cross board.
Malindi, do you have any...
They have the same, Chair. Might not been a question, but I know they have.
Okay, both of them can comment.
I don't want to call myself a truthful man because I don't like that one very much. But I just want to say the truth.
Truthful man will brand you. And
no. Don't brand me there. Let me say the truth. Let me be a truthful man because you might associate me with something I don't like very much.
And you explain when the money was borrowed from the account and if the proper procedures were followed.
Thank you, Chair. The company started the year 2005, so it has been accumulating for years, but we have started a payment plan. We are doing that payment plan. We had a board resolution, and as Malindi, we have started paying those customer deposits. Thank you.
Kilifi Mariakani.
Thank you, Chair. This fund, the customer deposits, normally when we face cash constraints as a company, we go through the board to borrow from the customer deposits fund. We have already have an engagement with the board, and we have been given instructions to start the refund to the customer deposits. The plan that the board had given did not materialize, so we are going to sit down again, have review the plan so that we can start the repayment. I think from the report in the month of June, we managed to refund something small. I think it was it 200,000 or something? So it is something that is in our plan. So once we are in a position that we can remit the funds, we will make it a monthly repayment plan, so that maybe in the next 4 or 5 years we have the monies back. Thank you, Chair.
This money is supposed to be refunded within 1 year, according to the law. If you borrow it, it must be approved by the board and by the county assembly, and it should be refunded within a year. So what plans do you have to refund this? Because it's not your money, it's the customer's money. And if they go out of the water company, they need their refund.
Okay, thank you. So what happens when there's an exit of a customer, and a customer terminates their account with us, we are able to actually pay. But now the fund is supposed to be there, complete the 117 million. So just like I have said, and with your guidance, the period of 1 year, we will again sit with the board and have a proper plan to make sure that the monies are recovered within that time period.
And not my guidance, the law. Just quote the law for them to go and read, so that next time you appear before us, you will tell us what you've done within a period of 1 year. Legal.
Okay, that is
Actually,
duly noted.
Legal before
Or
you
you
come
read
in.
the law for them.
I'm looking at the auditor's notes. Auditor has acknowledged that actually there is a repayment plan. But now the problem is they have no cash flow. They have no money to pay, but at least they acknowledge the fact that they need to repay the money. So I think that's that follows from our last meeting, that the money must be repaid within 1 year, but then they don't have any money to pay. So that, which boils down to what Governor you are saying, that a lot needs to be done in terms of re-engineering this company.
Yes, and I'm happy that I didn't, sometimes as we govern these things with our legal advisors and our county attorneys, sometimes we don't go through these timelines and legal issues. But I'm happy that Senator Kavinto have mentioned it, and I will follow up, because I've been following up the Malindi, but I didn't know there was timeline. I thought the contract of the meter owner and the company was a marriage which lasts forever. Now that I know that it has a 1 year limit, I will intervene.
When you borrow, you must when you borrow from customer deposits, you must repay within 1 year, and it must be approved by the board and the county assembly.
Chair, I will follow up. I can tell you, where I sit,
Yeah.
I can tell you what in the minds of these managers and everything.
Yeah.
That Senator Otsoti has a meter,
Yeah.
is drinking water, and even if he dies today, the family drink, so we have no hurry. I'm sure that's what is sitting in everybody's head, but the law is different. So we'll follow up to make sure we do the right thing, Chair. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think, honorable members, let's stop at that point. Let me just ask the governor to make some closing remarks. We have Kwale waiting to come in. They've been waiting for 1 hour now.
Thank you, Chair. I want to thank this committee. I'm always happy to appear here when I'm called upon to clarify issues, because every time I've appeared here, when I go back home, I go back with new ideas from the senators. So I really appreciate, and I thank you for your cooperation, that you do not only come and question us issues, but to give us direction on how to do things better. So I always treasure that, and I always come when you call me. Start Oroka. Asanteni sana. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. I want to appreciate your coming, and most importantly, I appreciate the efforts you have made under municipalities. You have made some very serious progress, which will be asking other counties to come and benchmark in Kilifi to see how you have done your municipalities. But we encourage you to do even more around the issue of autonomy of municipalities. So thank you very much, and safe journey back to Kilifi. Honorable members, we adjourn for 2 minutes. Then if just for a health break, and then Kwale will be coming in.